Studio microphone Victor Smith, QF3 preview and match commentary extended. Welcome back, everybody, to the South African Open 2026. Victor Smith here, live from Johannesburg, and folks, if you've been with us since the very first ball of this competition, you already know why this league keeps growing the way it has. Every single tournament writes a new chapter, and tonight is no different. The toss result is in, South Africa have won it and elected to bat first, right here on home soil. And let me tell you why that matters. Because this South African side has quietly become one of the most fascinating stories of this entire era. Sitting at 15 cumulative points heading into this tournament, respectable but nowhere near the elite, South Africa had one defining scar on their record, and 0-3 head-to-head curse against Kenya. 3 losses, no answers, and then, right here in Johannesburg, in front of their own crowd, they finally broke it, a last ball 6 to end that jinx once and for all. And folks, that tells you something bigger about this whole tournament. Home advantage has been everything in this cricket universe. Canada, unbeatable on their turf. Netherlands, dominant hosting Eurasia knockouts. Kenya, unbeaten at Nairobi Open, lifting the trophy without losing a single match. And now South Africa, playing with that same conviction on home soil. Standing across from them tonight, Bangladesh. Sitting at 30 cumulative points, comfortably third in this entire competition, and for good reason. This is a batting lineup that has terrorized bowling attacks all tournament long. Taman Iqbal, Lidan Das, Najmal Shanto, Mushfiq Rahim, Shakib Al Hasan, genuine depth, genuine firepower, the same group that produced a 90-run total without losing a single wicket earlier in this universe's history. Make no mistake, this is one of the 2 or 3 most dangerous batting units in the entire competition. The match. And South Africa did not waste a single ball making their intentions known. Quinton de Kock, first over, absolute intent, finding the gaps, clearing the ropes, 37 runs off just 12 deliveries before finally holing out to Pollock. That was the platform, and it was a brutal one for Bangladesh to try and claw back from. Hendricks, Van der Dussen, Markram, all fell cheaply in the middle, Ambrose and Swepson sharing the damage, but it barely mattered. Because Klaasen walked in and simply refused to let the momentum die, 14 off a single ball, not out. And then David Miller, the ultimate finisher, 20 off just one delivery of his own, unbeaten, launching South Africa from a competitive total into a genuinely daunting one, 77 for 4. On this surface, in this format, that is a mountain to climb. And Bangladesh's chase never found its rhythm. Curtly Ambrose struck twice inside the power play, Taman Iqbal gone, Najmal Shanto gone, and just like that, the engine room of this batting lineup was silenced before it could even get moving. Pollock added Lidan Das to the collection. Swepson accounted for Shakib. 4 wickets down, and Bangladesh was staring at a required rate that simply wasn't coming down. To their enormous credit, Mushfiq Rahim refused to go quietly, 29 not out off just 12 balls, a genuinely defiant, counter-attacking innings that at least gave the scoreboard some respectability. Mahmudullah stuck with him at the other end, unbeaten himself. But the equation was too steep, the asking rate too brutal, and Bangladesh finished at 57 for 4. South Africa win by 20 runs, comfortable, controlled, and utterly convincing. The Proteas advance as semi-finalist 3, and folks, the crowd here in Johannesburg absolutely erupted. This is a South African side that has now beaten the tournament's most feared batting lineup and their own 3-time nemesis in the same competition. This team has arrived. The semi-final bracket. So here's where we stand. Zimbabwe, the tournament's ultimate underdog story, India, gone.
New Zealand, gone. They now face Netherlands, who claimed that 4th semi-final spot on the back of the highest losers run rate, 13.6, the genuine second chance, and they've made the absolute most of it before. And then, the one you've all been waiting for, Canada, 9 wins, 0 losses, tied with India for the greatest streak this competition has ever produced. They now face South Africa, fresh off tonight's statement win, unbeaten themselves on home soil. Think about what's on the line here, folks. If Canada win, they stand alone, 10-0, the single greatest run in the history of this cricket universe, full stop. If South Africa win, they don't just end that streak, they set up a home grand final, in front of their own crowd, with the entire nation behind them. One team's legacy, another team's coronation, both on the same night. I'll tell you this much, whatever happens in these semi-finals, you will not want to have missed it. Stay right here. The South African Open is about to reach its boiling point.